Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So dear Dhamma practitioners, in this ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to give kind of basic informations regarding the practice, especially related to tranquility meditation, which we call samatha bhavana, and insight meditation or vipassana bhavana. Another way this is called chitta bhavana and panya bhavana. So tranquility meditation allow us to calm down our mind, because our mind as ordinary people in this conventional life, we always live with hindrance. So hindrance based with the self-centered mind. And with the self-centered mind, we bring the self-identity. When you have the self-identity, you start to develop kind of like interpretation regarding your own experience related to outside world. So that is where the meanings going to come. So as example, when the conversation happens, sometimes we say, I mean. So what you mean by something, from where it come out of your interpretation with your personality, depend on your self-centered mind. So that's why we all have different kind of meanings and interpretations, because we all hold it to certain kind of difference identities, self-centered mind. So how the self-centered mind arise? So the self-centered mind arise as a result of accumulation of our all perceptions. Whatever you experience through your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. That's all come together, bring the self. So is there anything else? So it is just not only the experience, because the material part, the physical part also deeply has a different nature. So the perception, and at the same time related to elements, heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. When that both synchronize together, it has power to appear. That is the beauty of this, the universe. That is the power of the elements. So elements always has a power to clinging to something, hold it to something, welcome something, accept something. Because the element doesn't exist itself, even though it has its own character, it always go towards something. It's like glue, hold it to something. And even though you don't see, underneath your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, it has the same nature. It always into something. That current, when it comes through our mind and body, we call it desire. So once you develop the desire, what is happening? It will start to have a deeper relationship with the heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. And that is where you always experience this physical world, material things. So then just imagine for a moment, if you drop the desire, that means self-centered, identical interpretation, bring the meaning towards the outside material world. If you drop it, that will help you to slowly release the heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness underneath in the bottom level. And that itself help you to gain the freedom out of the material things or the physical world, which we call the existence. But it is itself not going to happen. Why? Because the desire, the self-centered desires come around with the mind. So that is where the thoughts, imagination come. So if we go with it again and again, it creates the same kind of nature. So then we have to find something not related to that imagination, or not related to interpretation, or not related to self-centered personal experience. So that is what the present moment, not your past or not your future. In the present moment, right now, right here, what is happening within you, for that there is no personality. There is no self-centered identity. There is no interpretation for that. There is no imagination for that. But after it happens, certain part of that incident or experience going to remain with us. We hold it, and out of that, we build up that all the thought patterns. So getting to self, the present moment is a great challenge. Why? Because as human beings, we used to live by imagining things. So nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, it never allows us to get out of the imagination. It always takes us to the more and more imagine things. So being with that the appearance going to be in front of us, even though we see it as real, see that all the structures came to this world, that all the buildings before it built, it came to a kind of like a plan or structure to a paper. Before it come to the paper, it came to the human mind, and it built up inside the mind. See that see that power of imagination. What we experience today, this all, anything didn't appear itself. This most of things came after imagination. So then what you have to understand, your imagination has certain power to manipulate or create 4 elements. And out of the 4 elements, any material things you can bring as a form. So how about if you reverse that? Why you want to bring something as creating? From where that come? Why we want to do it? It has a reason. Otherwise, naturally, it doesn't happen. It always has a reason to bring something up, create something. That nature is underneath, deeper, hide inside us. So there are 2 kinds of nature. When the perception happens, when we have the moment, 2 things, proactive and reactive. So the proactive doesn't have preconditioned mind. It doesn't go with the past experience, and it's not going to compare your past and the future, and it's not going to depend on self-centered personal identity related to your interpretation come out of your imagination or experience. When you have the proactive nature, your mind has the power always to go with, to do the right thing at the right time, in right way. So that is the very nature of the proactive mind. But there is another nature in us that is called reactive nature. This whole creations, all the imagination, that everything come underneath as a power of reactive nature. That is the very reason that we go with the samsaric journey. That is the very reason we experience this all material things outside world. It came as a result of reacting to our inner current. So the reactive nature, when you develop with the reactive nature, that is where the emotions come. That is where comparison comes. That is where your past experience hold the power. And that is where we keep doing again and again and again, and keep going up and down and circle and circle and circle, because of the reactive nature. So the creation happens out of these human hands, remember now, as a result of mostly reactive nature, not the proactive nature. Because when the proactive nature happens, this is the difference. When the proactive nature happens, that action and that outcome, we call the reaction and the result, going to become very limited to the moment. It doesn't look for something, or it doesn't go towards something. As I mentioned, that in this four element, heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness, it has a nature to glue with something. So your reactive nature the same. It always, you react related to something or looking for something. As a result of that, the existence happens. But when it comes to the proactive nature in your mind underneath, with that actions or the reactions or the result, it more become kind of like independent. It don't look for something else. So when you have the deeper, it has a mental quality, develop the proactive nature, that is where it brings the satisfaction. That is where it brings the confidence. That is where it brings the clarity. Why? Because that action or the reaction or the result doesn't wait for something else. And that is where you experience the contentment. And then you come to it's kind of like a done deal. The moment you experience it, you done it. You don't look for something, and you don't compare it to something, and you don't wait for something else. But getting to this proactive nature, by thinking, visualizing, dreaming, we can't achieve to that. Why? Because that all part of the reactive nature. So the proactive nature you can develop, activate in the present moment. And that is why we call it, when you tune to the present moment, we call it as a meditation, and another way we call it profitable skill. So when you develop the proactive nature, it becomes your profitable skill to yourself. And then action by action, become more and clear, and out of that clarity, it never bring you the doubt, unhappiness, unsatisfaction. It never bring the fear out of that. So action by action, always with your bodily, verbally, mentally action, it always develop the satisfaction, contentment, happiness, confidence. So that kind of qualities, these all mental qualities. By chanting, by dreaming, by praying, talking about it, repeating the words, you can't get it. These all arise as a result of behavior of our inner mind. So practicing meditation will take you to that level, allow your mind to experience deeply underneath that all the profitable qualities. And even you experience it's the very nature of it, you're not going to become a debtor to that. You're not going to become clinging to that. It brings the joy, but it allows you to move forward. That is the beauty. That is the beauty of the profitable skill or proactive nature. It never allows you to hold it to it and be with it and clinging to that. As an example, just look into yourself. Maybe you have done something without any plan. And maybe there was a situation appear to you unexpectedly, and you did something good. And you became completely happy out of that moment of action. And that contentment, that happiness that you earn through the moment of that action brought you the joy, happiness, satisfaction, contentment. And it never allows you to clinging to that action whenever you remind it. It makes you just happy and allow you to push you forward to do something. That something means not the same, a more better action than that. But so it makes you more and more progressive to do a better action, do a better action. So as example, there is a homeless person and you found that person hungry and you gave a lunch packet and it make you, you didn't plan it any, just some more, it just happened within 5 minutes. And you felt so happy. So that happiness not allow you to bringing the same time for the same person, the same kind of lunch packet. That happiness allow you to think and, oh, how about if I can provide lunch for all the homeless people? See, that make you more progressive person inside. That is the profitable way of proactive nature. It allows you to grow inside with the joy, satisfaction, contentment, happiness. So when you do that, you're not going to be the same person. See, you become a different person. So the reactive nature, not like that. Reactive nature will do, you bring the same lunch packet only to the same homeless person at the same time, and you keep doing it, maybe. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And maybe one day, just listen this very carefully and see when the reactive nature comes, what is happening. So one day, you bring the lunch packet. And then suddenly there is another person come and give you a lunch packet before you come to this homeless person. Now you already develop a pattern and you are in a current to repeat. Then what happens? When you see that, you get mad about that person. Oh, I'm the one who used to give this lunch packet. No, why this person come? So like that. You may think, oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, I can think about, oh, it is good for that person, No, it's not going to happen. That is the very behavior and the nature of reactive nature. It always brings the later, or somehow, somewhere, it's going to bring you anger, jealousy, unsatisfaction, fear, anxiety, depression, so that kind of things. So then you have to look into yourself. When there is a situation come for you, can you analyze? Is it a reactive nature, or is it a proactive nature? You can't. You can't do that. Why? Because we are already in a current. We are far away from that analytical mind. We are far away caught up in reactive nature. So that's why we have to slow down. So then in the one of the thing, the posture, use completely 100%, become neutral with all the bodily action. That's why the posture is very necessary. And then the primary mental object. You should take something not related to imagination, not related to just kind of reactions. So that is where we go with the inhalation, exhalation. Because it's nothing to do with your imagination. It happens naturally itself deeply. It doesn't matter you like or dislike. So once you have that, two things, you have the body, comfortable posture, and then primary mental object in front of your nose and your upper lip area, your own inhalation and exhalation. And then another thing is, deeply you have to have the intention to see only the sensation of inhalation and exhalation. So when it comes to that, that intention is more different than imagination and go with this outside result. Because that is where that intention allow us to tune to the recognition. So only thing is, in the imagination, we use our intention in a wrong way. So you don't need any special tools to practice meditation. Listen this very carefully and get it and be with me. You don't need any special techniques or methods to practice meditation. Only thing is, as ordinary people, we use that all the tools that we have in a wrong way, unnecessary way or unprofitable way. So what we need to do, you bring that all the tools, whatever you have, and use it in a profitable way. So the suffering come out of when we use it in a wrong way. No one responsible for that. We are the only one responsible for that. It is not, you are not suffering because of somebody desired it. You are suffering because you didn't use it in the right way. That's it. So the meditation is a method. You bring your body, your awareness, your recognition, your effort, strength, energy, put it to the profitable way. always in day-to-day lives as ordinary people. We always have these things within us, but we always use that things for maybe unnecessary or unprofitable things. So, but the thing is, from outside, we cannot tell to anybody, oh, this is unprofitable for you. Oh, this is profitable for you, like that. So you are the one who need to know what you want. So once you recognize that, guide your all the energy, strength, attention, intention towards that, then you will see you're going to get it. If you put it to the money, you will get the money. If you put it to the material world, you're going to get the material things. If you put it to your emotional world, you will go with that. So like that. This energy doesn't care who you are. It just follows whatever your mind says. So then you have to look into yourself and see what you experience, the life you experience, the way it happened to you. Are you comfortable with it? Are you satisfied with it? Or do you need something else? Are you looking for more clarity? Are you looking for the change? If so, only thing that is start to use the same material in a different way. Don't use the same way. So that different way is the Buddha's way. In this 2,600 years, all the enlightened masters, through their own practice, orally, then after that, it recorded to farm leaves, and then it recorded to the papers, and after the papers, it came to the CDs, DVDs, pen drives, and then now just Wi-Fi and the online. That's everything. If you need the Wi-Fi and necessary, the phone, no, and now it is an e-book. So somehow, but you have to remember, it is your time. It now all responsible in your hand. And as you know, Buddha used to live here in the world, and Alexander the Great used to experience this world. And many great leaders, King Asoka like that, Genghis Khan like that, very powerful kings, used to experience this world. But today, you are the most powerful person, not that people. Why? Because that all people gone. It's just the history. But you are the only one experiencing this life right now, right here. So then, still, you have capability more than the Alexander the Great, more than the Genghis Khan, more than most of other powerful people in different ways. And sometimes they miss their opportunity. But today, you have the opportunity to experience this reality. Not go with the imagination by creating something or by responding to your self-centered mind. But you do have power to develop this proactive nature in you. So once you have the proactive nature, it brings the clarity to act according to necessary cause and conditions happen in that very moment. That is the most highest powerful ability of your human mind. So today you have opportunity to experience it. Only thing, just give your best for that. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathing, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens, recognize inhalation as inhalations, exhalations as exhalations. Do nothing extra. Just keep focused to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as the light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also may all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chamnehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Maya Dhammanudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribundisami Idammi Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.